I know there's no sound. I was trying to adjust the audio levels. Decibel levels on the music are way too. They're out of whack right now on my side. Give me a check on that. Good to see y'all this morning early. For reasons, you know, reassessment, decoupling, right? I mean, I'm sorry. Is the index fund, or is the S&P 500 up 8% right now? No. You know, Dow Jones, Russell 2000, Amazon, Google. No, none of them are. Okay, so you're like decoupling today. You were looking pretty, what was the word for it? Like crap yesterday. Wow, it was awful. And then all it takes is an impulse candle, which is incredible. And I'll show you something that's happening. Look at, am I crazy here? Look at total market cap, what it's doing, chat. 1.78 trillion, breaking that. It's breaking it. We're getting back above critical areas that you desperately need to get above, and you're really good above those levels. I mean, like, you're so good, right? You're below them, bad. You're above them, good. Okay. Bad price. Now good price. All right, so this is huge. I mean, this could be something that turns into something much greater if it sustains 8 hours till this close. But remember, the monthly candle close is tonight. But this is so much. It's such a big deal. Could this be it? I mean, how many times we have to ask? I don't know, man. It could just whipsaw tomorrow and just do stupid stuff. But this is like at least promising. Where, you know, yesterday was super somber. Never seen a currency pair do 26% in 26 minutes. You got a country getting isolated from the world. That stuff is crazy, man. And I just, how do you even deal with those situations when the price is doing what it's doing? And then beautiful rally today. That, man, could this be the type 2? One thing that I love about what's happening today is look at your daily hidden bullish divergence. Starting to really develop now. And wow, we're at highs of the day. We're pumping right now. Oh my god, dude, we're almost at 41k. 3 minutes till the 4-hour close, so it's just pumping going into the 4-hour close. So we're breaking through one resistance. What is that resistance? Dude, you don't have to even, do I even have to tell you the daily candle high close from January 8th of 2021? You're trying to breach that. Very nice. And, you know, if you can break 42k, that'd be great. But then if you can break 44,444, we all win. And this is a major bottom, right? Do you think if we engulf today, it would confirm the type 2 and the bottom's in? If we got a strong, like say we close now, do you think the type 2 is valid of the shark? You could call it a shark here on Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, future chart, yeah. Let's look at what happened. I mean, on the, this is delayed. I mean, I have the real-time futures price on my other screen, but it's not the trading view format. What the? Oh, gap fill.
DWAC, thanks, Mitch.
Gap fill has occurred. That's what happened, right? You gap down, you've filled the gap. And 40,670-ish. Yeah, okay, it's not, I mean, it's interesting. I guess because it didn't sell off. Yeah, it was closed this weekend, so it's not going to be up as much because it wasn't down as much. Yeah, just same thing here, right? Is there any difference? I mean, you got the same levels of inflection you're trying to breach. You got the same type of potential type 2 of an M shape at 886 retrace, value perceived areas. I mean, yeah. I think I might be crazy here, but to me, maybe what told the story this time wasn't spot price, wasn't futures, but maybe there's just too much time. There's like a lot of things we got to catch follow through here. You gotta break resistance. But if it was the bottom, the story was told on the lone GBTC chart. Yeah, that's where the story was told. Was futures or spot price actually at a strategic support when it bottomed? Not really. I mean, you hit the 88% retrace at 33K. That was it. There was no formal support looking left. It was just a fib node. On the second low, it hit another 88% retrace, but no formal support. It was just fib nodes, just deep fib nodes on spot price. But then you go to GBTC, and it was at a critical level from December of 2020, June 2021, July 2021. Then you fell below it January 24th, and then you sprung, and then you back tested the spring. So like that's if this ends up being the bottom, right? I'm just gonna be like, this was the one. GBTC over all of them. GBTC is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. That's what it is. It's a derivative. It's like how one gains exposure to Bitcoin on traditional markets, you know, for retirement purposes. You know, normally you would probably want to be exposed to spot price. But, you know, again, I'm just talking about supports and resistances, you know. That's it. I'm not talking about anything else. So that's pretty cool. What's going on here? Is it the weekly hidden divergence or something? Oh, you know, it's like spot price on the oscillators on the weekly on this one. Yeah, dude, look, you're at 28.55. You break that. You break 28.55. There's pretty much nothing that happens until 38.73. Up, down, maybe up again. So yeah, it's just interesting. Okay, let's see what happens here, Larry. Spring back to the springs. Ethereum. Just about the same. This is crazy, right? I mean, this is the same thing. It's the M shape. It's the big M shape, but it's really the breakout back test, and now a break, hook, and go of some sort. You didn't really have anything. I mean, you had like bullish convergence here. But yeah, you are not above or even testing resistance right now. You got to go to 2,900, and then you got to break 3,000, and then you got to break, you know, God, 3,400, and so much work for these assets to do. But it is always a good day when you get a big pump like this. New 4-hour candle. We just had the highest 4-hour candle close on Bitcoin since February 17th. So what, 11 days? This is the last day of the month. Very interesting to see this price action today and not the other days of the month, the last day of the month. Wow. What will that turn into? What will the monthly look like now? Because Bitcoin is about to be at 41K. It's at the highest size of the day. This is breaching that 40,665 right now. So your next target from here is $42,000. And there's 41K, 41,140, 41,180, 90, 41,200. I'm sorry, 41,237 right there. Woo! My God, Bitcoin's up 9.2% now. I guess those people who speak Sputnik are buying because they're barred from the rest of the world's financial services. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders, whatever. Yeah, miniature, you know, little potential inverse head and shoulders developed kind of out of nowhere real fast on the pump, sure. But does it really matter in the end on that when you zoom out? Not really. When you go to the daily, not really. You can't see it, but it's cool though. It's cool that you could see something on the 4-hour play out like that. Such a small pattern, but yesterday it was rough, but in the end we said there was no problems yet. Nothing bad had truly happened, even though it was just looking scary My God, man. What a statement that's going on right now on Bitcoin. This is huge. Now let's look at Bitcoin dominance. So we can see kind of what's going on with altcoins versus Bitcoin. Interesting. You're up 1.53%. It looks like you're getting close to the highest high of the rally since the bottom in mid-January. So is performing okay. Even though you have a bunch of altcoins that are up good percentage points and very very similar to Bitcoin. I mean, you've got Luna up 16%, which we know Luna's the key to the city. If Bitcoin recovers, it's on for Luna. Luna goes to all-time highs, price discovery and beyond, right? That thing's just so strong. Like Luna, yeah. Oh, what's it doing? Luna's just happening to nonchalantly break above the December 5th high that it couldn't break yesterday, engulfing massively at your highest prices since January 17th. And you could be headed to $100 again. Why not? Why not? Let's go to BNB. That, man, right? It's like, you know, like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills sometimes, where it's like, you know, you have all the right elements, the variables, but the macro is literally like, oh, Putin's setting up for, you know, he's putting nuclear bombs on the, you know, on the border. He's letting Belarus have nukes. Oh, they're invading. No, their currency's collapsing. Crazy, you know, the futures just gaps down, hits right out of support. And it's like, just what? Terrible conditions. Extremely uncertain, volatile, psycho conditions for anything. And then, you know, but hey, at the same time, the little formula is showing all the right things. But no one's buying yet. There's not like any follow through, and I still don't think there's any follow through yet. I mean, this is a nice little engulfing candle you're getting because Bitcoin. But that's all. I guess that's what it's always been about. It's about Bitcoin, and normally it's always about the futures and the stocks. But today, Bitcoin did something different where it actually is decoupled from equities, which is amazing. So what we've always dreamed of. Belarus, yeah, Belarus. Excuse me, yeah. Yeah, like Belarusian, but it's like Russian. Yeah. Dude, why is it so? Oh, by the way, I found out Betmoon Boy. What I knew, he's like Apollo Creed. He threw in the towel, man. So Betmoon Boy has retired. Okay, chat. Had a discussion with him earlier, just before stream. We're just talking about Bitcoin price action. Dude, hold on. So let's get some. I don't know. What would you do? What's a good thing to spam in the chat? It's a positive, not F's, but A's, W's in the chat. Whoa, it's wow, Mr. Peabody. Dang, dude. Mr. Peabody, he's here. Flexicoin's liaison, dude. They still pay you, man. Good money in Austin. Okay, so great start. You need a lot more. Have you broken supply line yet? No. Have you made higher highs? No. But it's better than just hitting 330 again. Okay, so you can still say here this is like really low risk, and these are the areas where you do take longs if it actually catches some follow through on some sort of signal candle, like a bullish engulfing. Everything you could want is literally right here for a long, right? I mean, we could just go back in history. Here's just the idea. And then you could just, again, like Tesla is such a good example. Like, so you see the harmonic, the type 1, the type 2, the divergence on the type 2. And then you go to something like Tezos. That's, interesting. It's the, well, it depends. Gosh, it depends, man. Do you want to look at this one or this one? Well, it's the M shape. It's the type 2. This one didn't even really have that strong. It's kind of whacked out argument for divergence down here. How about this time, though? This is even better. This is actually like, it shows the divergence. The M shape, the type 1, the type 2, the edge on the type 2 in the uptrend. deep retraces, you could like get it, right? So when moon, or you know, like you just look around and it's the same. It's a formula. It's like something that just look here, Larry. I mean, it's the M shape, right? And then it's moon, type 1, type 2 down here. I mean, that's almost not even a good example. But since we're on AVAX, wow. See, it's like yesterday, bearish engulfing candle below the 200-day moving average, below the critical inflection point, closed. You get how like that's such, and tested the supply line and failed and reversed. Those are all really bad things. But all of a sudden, what was the immediate follow through? Just immediate, like just green candle, good price. Devs are doing something. Back above the 200-day simple moving average, back above the critical inflection point, just in less than 24 hours. Frick, like 12 hours. All right, so I just I'm trying to like, I'm thinking about like harmonics and like what they do. Look. So this is, oh my God, dude. Just okay. Think about it. What BNB is doing. Like, I don't know if they'll play out. Okay, you're gonna have ups and downs, but you get the type 1, you get the type 2 at the pattern completions at 100%, 886 at inflection points, whatever, and then rally. And then you're doing again. You got the M shape, you got the type 1, you got the type 2, you got the bullish divergence on the second low at the inflection point that is like the steel wall. It is. Look at this, man. It's real. And so it's like, hey, you think that's pretty interesting. It's only at 2.6% getting wrecked compared to Bitcoin, you know, underperforming like terribly. But still, right? Like, all you can do is identify like the same things, and sometimes they don't play out because, you know, war and crazy events that are behind, you know, beyond our control, and things we can't even like fathom. No, there's not really news for Bitcoin to do this. I mean, like, everything's known. Like, oh, Switzerland, everyone's banning Russia from doing anything with their banking systems, and they're freezing assets of the oligarchs, doing all those things. But not sure I had seen anything that really catalyzed this rally that was based on new information. I think it was just, you made a higher low and it was confirmed and momentum shifted, and you're just catching really nice follow through in a statement candle where I think, man, like you might see 42K today. I mean, you got a 4-hour candle close above 40,665, which is a critical area, and now you're just hanging out around 41K, and there's really not anything until 42K. So just be like, you can go test it and pull back. But 42K, man, you know how important that is. That is the zone we're at. Okay, so just again, like more you know, instances of like what you need to see when, you know, and like if the market conditions are favorable, then you get like that's what a lot of the, including Bitcoin, is doing the same thing right now, right? It's like it's the M shape, it's the type 2, it's the divergence on the second low, and then moon, and then it's just like, look what you're doing again on OMG. It's the 886, it didn't do very well. It's at a 94% retrace now. Yeah, not really like kind of with the hop or whatever, but it's like hopping on a type 2 maybe at this 94% retrace. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's up 6% today, but you can barely even tell it zoomed out on the daily. But these are like your lower risk areas, obviously, when you're at 886's 90% retraces. Long-term uptrend. So how can, like, you know, am I crazy for identifying something on BNB and just not knowing and just being a little freaked out about like just the macro and the geopolitical events that are certainly dictating the intraday price action, right? I mean, this is another thing. It's like market conditions. You get the M shape and the type 2 divergence. You have a good time. So you just got to have like the sentiment. You got to have things like recover. But yeah, even if this failed, it was here. And you can't get mad at me for identifying something that fails and rolls over and doesn't play out, right? Because that happens sometimes. And we saw it happen in the downtrend when you had like potential M shapes develop, And then they hit their type 2s, they started rallying, they should be lower highs, underperformed, and then hit that same support again. And it's like, okay, that's that's real bearish. Well, I thought that was maybe what we could be on our way to do yesterday before today. So good to see things kind of recover. Good to see everyone this morning. I'm glad some of y'all were able to make it. Pin people or ping people in Discord so you kind of got this stuff going on. Some way better than others, like HBAR. Like, dude, I mean, right? Like, what do you need to do? Like, the stage is set. It's like everything's happened but a major impulse up. But it hasn't, the impulse up hasn't even happened, dude. Like, it may not happen. It may just never occur. But it has been identified, an M shape with a type 2 return with bullish divergence in an uptrend, right? Like the lows, the higher lows, the higher lows again, the value perceived areas in the uptrend. All right, look at HBAR to the US dollar, please, for just a second. You see the chart, kind of burn the image in your mind just for a moment for me. Okay? Tell me when you're ready. And you're like, yes, I see this and I get it. Okay, I think you get it. Okay, you see it. And then we do something crazy. Then we do something crazy, chat. Look at this. I mean, pretty similar, right? The US dollar to the Russian ruble. Huge markup, then the M shape. The M shape hits a 886, and then boom. It got as high as 111 today. The US dollar to the Russian ruble. So I'm just saying, I made the joke to patrons like, does the United States need to invade somebody so HBAR can do the same thing that the US dollar, the ruble is doing, the same like development stuff? Yeah, strong move. Yeah, God, Adam was doing something crazy last night. I think it was Adam, where it had sprung back, tested the spring, the little inverse head and shoulders off the PCZ of the Harmonic. I just wanted to bring that up because it's just kind of cool. HBAR is doing the same thing this asset did, so it's like, but see, this one didn't even get a type 2 because things got too nuts, but HBAR is doing the actual type 2 stuff at the PCZ. So I think that's great. I mean, it's like if it plays out, it might look like something like this in the future. Okay. Okay, so what was I saying? Adam? Was it Adam? It was. I think it was. It was Adam. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was a couple things. So it's like really, it's up 9.4%. Doesn't really look like it, but it was the M shape. The M shape developed, following wedge pattern too. Bullish divergence. I don't know if you can call that a type 2. I mean, maybe. And so normally you want to be more profound, but that, I guess that is real on the 4 hour. But look, it sprung. It back tested the spring. What is the spring? It is that high, the initial high, February of last year, Valentine's Day. It back tested that spring as well as back tested the supply line as demand line. And you rallied off of that, and now you're above the 200 moving average. You just had a bullish engulfing candle like Bitcoin, and you're above resistance. You're above like the major, I think, inflection zone kind of. And above that, you could be seeing $33 next soon. And it's a inverse engine, like left shoulder head. Right? I saw that, I'm like, it's kind of scuffed, but the momentum is shifting, and it's happening at a critical area, which is great. So yeah, that's Adam doing the M shape and the Bulkowski pattern at the same time. So $33 could be in store for this one. Wow. Let's look at XRP. That really, it didn't even fall below any support. Everything was good yesterday on it, right? I mean, it just meh. And now it's just, so it never even came to back test 69.5 cents again. Pretty good. Only up 5.3%. That's okay. This thing is looking pretty good, man. Especially on the daily. Daily's like, dude, you're gonna love the daily. You know, I mean, really, what's so good about today for this one only being up 5.4%? You really maturing. Your hidden bullish divergence is maturing. Okay, because it implies a continuation upward on a higher low. That's great. You know, $1 is the target, and then $1.35 is the target after $1. So you got two targets right there. Still not too far off, like areas that are pretty interesting for longs, right? I mean, you're doing the right things here, and we said the open-minded thinking. You could look at it, the scam wick as an actual piece of price action, and it's just like left shoulder head, right shoulder stuff. It's scuffed, but Volkowski identifies scuffed inverse head and shoulders in his books and stuff, you know, sometimes. So open-minded thinking. Oh, Russia's working on a one world digital currency for international trade. Yeah, dude. I mean, I can't imagine how many people are going to be signing up for that. You know, Lex Luthor, you know, Darth Vader, Putin, Kim Jong-un's bringing PlayStations that he stole from Japan. Be part of the coalition of the one world digital currency for international trade via Russia. Okay, dude, it's so exciting. There's already that, and it's called Bitcoin. Or Monero, which Monero. Trade setup stuff. You just, it was kind of blah yesterday, but no technical damage done, no supports broken. Now massive bullish engulfing candle. Here it is, the Harmonic. The type 1, the type 2, but it's like, where's the type 2 and type 1? They're at inflection points that are very critical that go all the way back to 2017. This is what dreams are made of. This is how bottoms are put in. This is a bullish butterfly at a 1272. And if it plays out, talking probably 230, 290, 340. Yep. Great stuff, man. This was a tip. Someone tipped and requested this, and I looked at it and I loved it, but I didn't see the butterfly, like it didn't stick out. And then they said something, and they're like, hey man, what about a butterfly? And I'm like, oh well, wouldn't that just add icing on the cake here, because we got all we need? And then you plot it, it's like, oh god. Even said like Scott Carney would be so proud of this one because it's so perfect. Like this is like almost specimen. I don't know. Are butterflies inherently specimen because they're making lower lows than their previous lows, which I just don't like as much as I like higher lows. That's why I love like Gartleys and bats and sharks. Well, 886 sharks, because it's like it's the argument for accumulation, whereas butterflies, there isn't accumulation. There's only been distribution and your lowest lows of the correction. So that's what I think about like extension harmonics. Don't make me feel the same way as just the harmonics that are value harmonics, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's not like they're, I don't know the research on like the reliability of butterflies versus like bats and stuff. But either way, you identify it, and if they all line up, and this is like stars aligned at 145 to 154 on this. I'm talking about Roadwell fake news, man. We sling out fake news. Plenty of that. Too much of that going on. So, was there a request? God, no. No, wait, was there? Oh, there actually was. Tommy, I didn't even see that, man. You sneak one in on me? DWAC? Yeah, well...
TRX prep futures chart on FTX. Tell me about it going for higher prices. Love the daytime stream.
What's up, Donnie? Well, we know Tron is like HBAR. And Tron and HBAR were like throughout this entire storm of like bad price for Bitcoin and crypto and stocks. They held up surprisingly well. They created their M shapes and they never violated their pattern completion zones. We'll look at Tron. DWAC. What's going on? Oh, here we go. And it fell below that little, really not a big deal. You just plotted because it was actually going on. Who cares, right? Because what was the real name of the game? Like, it's it. You can really be cute and flirt around anywhere above $75 and be fine. I mean, you're probably headed to 103, probably the top of the channel again. But if this sustains, man, I mean, you just keep doing this, you'll just probably you'll just blast off to 119.40. Dude, think about, what do we talk about? Performance on the way down. can, if you have outperformance on the way down, meaning like the macro dumps, and you're an individual asset, and you do not dump near as hard, and you just hold above critical areas, and then the macro starts recovering. Oh yeah, these things can go nuts. They can outperform so well. Because it's like clearly like market participants just were not willing to part ways with their DWAC shares. They just were not during really bad, uncertain market conditions. Just couldn't do it. But here's what's crazy. I mean, this is showing like now triple bearish divergence, right? One, like you keep making the higher high or the same high, and you're showing lower levels. So it's like more like impending price action reversals being implied here. I mean, on the 4 hour. But again, your trend is extremely strong. I mean, at least since it bottomed out, it's making lows, highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, technically higher highs, about the same low. That's fine. So it's just uptrending right now, midterm uptrend. And your cutoff 75. If you stay above 75 long enough, you'll test the supply line. You ever break the supply line, 120. Almost 120, 119.40 is your target after that. So Bitcoin's at $41,200, nearing its highs of the day, but really nearing its highs of the month. Not really, never mind. Nah, highs of the 10 days. Yeah. Oh, how we desperately needed something like today to happen on Bitcoin. Because, dude, it's like crazy pills, right? Bitcoin's hitting a real 886. And the whole argument for Bitcoin, man. So DWAC is good, right? Tommy, man, thank you, dude.
Check Phil USD, please. Looks low risk, dragon pattern. Thanks.
Yeah, dude. So low risk, man. There are plenty of assets to own over FIL. But yeah, sure. We'll look at it. 100% anon. Thank you, dude. So remember, this was just to reiterate the argument where I'm like, I can't believe this. I hate the equities market because it's like Bitcoin has such a good argument. Okay, so it's like you've got an asset in a long-term uptrend, and it's recently hit 88% retrace from its previous discernible major swing low. You know, the M shape. And so on the second low, it ended up making a higher low than the previous low. So there's like so much demand on the asset cannot actually truly go back to test the January 24th low. More market participants own it than before. That's great. So that is the same thing that occurred on Ethereum on the 4 hour. In the downtrend, in the midterm downtrend, right? You were in the downtrend. We knew it. It was established. Then the bearish bat developed. And what did it do? It created a type 2 return that was a lower high than previous high. So you're in the midterm downtrend, so you have the bearish pattern develop, and you have the type 2 return, so the bearish pattern plays out pretty freaking well. That is the same argument, but to the bullish side on Bitcoin, right? Where it did the same thing, but the higher low. You get it? So you could imagine where this is going if it does that. If my thought process is kind of like adequate here or correct or close to it anyway, right? Same thing, just flip the chart. And this is far more significant because we're talking how many days now? I think we measured it yesterday. This is a freaking 240-day development where that crap on Ethereum on the 4 hour was nothing, man. Like a few weeks, couple weeks or something was nothing. So let's go check out the monthly. I think I forgot to do that. Monthly is not going to be anything to write home about. I mean, you know, I guess it's cool that you you have, wow, the candle low close from June 1st. For the second time you've tested it and held 35K. You bounced once last month. You bounced twice this month. I don't think it's really telling you much, you know, besides that. That's kind of it. It's not like you're engulfing or you're haraming. I mean, I guess you could try to say you're haraming, or maybe, oh, it's a morning star. I don't know, maybe grasping. Can't really, I don't think you can. Are you gonna take a long on a monthly nothing candle? It's more than that. Look at the weekly here is okay. The weekly, the hope returns. Still above 40. Thought you might be, oh, are you going back down to 40? No, you rejected it. And now you're making a higher low, which doesn't really matter much, but you never even touched 40 again, 40.6. And now you're at your highest RSI on the weekly you've seen since December 27th right now. Very nice. And guess what's going to happen? I mean, well, you got 6 days, 8 hours. But the great news, look, you're just immediately, right? What happened yesterday? Weekly candle close, confirmation, bearish breakdown below and the other right highs, right? But what was the immediate follow through? Rejection. Complete rejection. What's up, Retrace? It wouldn't have depend. I mean, I guess if I was on Binance, Tether, and then Coinbase, maybe USDC. I haven't really. They're just both means to an end, right? In crypto exchanges, I haven't found one that is like, oh man, this is so much better. Harambe, what? Yeah, we can go 3-day, whatever. That's fine. Good lord, dude. Sirens everywhere. So your 3-day, you know, on the 3-day, Bitcoin had a bullish engulfing candle. And look how it closed above the 200 simple moving average. This is like, the 3-day looks incredible. Don't think you really have much of an edge at all on the oscillators. Oscillators aren't really there, but I love the 200. Oh, sorry. I don't know why that's there. What the heck? Yeah, this is incredible. Like, this is literally like, yeah, 58K now. Like, yeah, new data. You get impulse candles like this. You decouple. You break back above supports. You really start putting that foot into the pivot. I mean, like, you know, 1 day, 8 hours. If you could maybe close higher than your previous close and confirm the engulfing. But you can really start seeing that second low get put in with this type of price action. And, you know, you got to admire the positive momentum where it could go. You got to like the RSI at least, where, I mean, it's 46, so it's neutral. So a lot of upside potential. Market participants want to breach through this crazy area. Dude, you break 42K? My God, man. Such somber times yesterday. But again, despite all that, I try to still say that there was actually technically nothing bad that happened, like in terms of like you broke critical supports or you invalidated any sort of structure that was still trying to develop, but it was really hard to see when you just gap down on the new week with crazy, again, geopolitical stuff. I mean, fake out. We got a fake out. We had a fake out February 10th and 16th. That was your fake out. So you sell off to make the type 2. And then, yeah, you had the weekend price action. And I'm sorry, dude. Like, again, go ahead and act like you've like seen like what Russia's doing. You're like, oh yeah, dude, I remember this so clear. And I remember the markets and what they did. Like, the market's all kinds of whacked out, up and down. Volatility going insane. Currency pair collapsing. You know, the ruble and stuff. So, whatever. This is here. It was here yesterday. And now you're actually catching a candle that could give you some optimism. That's it. Like, wow, you're actually testing a resistance. You're actually trying to crack through resistance now. It's actually doing something. You get it? Like, yesterday, there was like just nothing happening. Like, hey, did you really even confirm that the bottom was in? I don't know. Like, but it's here. But a candle like this can really help you gain more confidence to think that it is bottoming for the second time. And it's a higher low. So again, like total, you're getting back above insanely important areas. So rejoice, children of the corn, the big corn. But I did adjust a little bit. I mean, I think this is like probably a really conservative way of looking at the downtrend, where I just re-anchored like 1 and 2 on the bottom and then 1 on the top. And I think if like, and I used that equidistant channel because I wanted to see, man, maybe we get more touches. That 1 on the top right there, and you do. Like, I mean, you can clearly see the 25% trend line of the equidistant channel very well respected, it seems. So I mean, that's just kind of the trend you're in. So I think, like, you know, you got these down sloping resistances and stuff, but I think like 1.8 or 1.78 trillion is like most important. Well, this is just a cool way, nuanced way of looking at the trend and how you're in it and stuff. And I mean, really, like, until you break above like your previous highs, who cares about anything really? You got to recapture previous highs and your previous, you know, I'm talking about your local highs in the downtrend. That's right, pump it for Ukraine. Man, they're fighting for their lives, dude. It's so crazy. It's just like, insane times. Yeah, we did look at the ruble. You must be late or something. But we can look at it again, I guess, for a second, because it is pretty much like the craziest thing of the day. Like, nothing can match this. Like, I've never seen anything like it in my life, really. But I mean, again, I'm not really like, you know, being crazy with forex pairs and stuff. But you know, U.S. dollar, Russian ruble, they're screwed. I mean, like, imagine being a Russian citizen and waking up to this. To where your currency is just like 26% more worthless than it was yesterday. Your buying power for anything. If that's not going to piss off a citizen, I don't know what will. And that's kind of literally the exact point. I mean, wouldn't you want your citizens to be outraged and try to overthrow Putin? Yeah, exactly. Because I don't think any exterior forces are going to do it with all those nukes. So it would have to be internal. That's the only way you get rid of Putin, is within. Yeah, like what, yesterday the Russian government or their central bank banned foreign investors from selling any of their Russian assets. I think that's still intact. I don't even know if their stock market's working, dude. I think they just froze it. I think they're just like, we're done. We're not. Yeah, they like froze it, man. Like, I don't even know how this is going. Going back to a Soviet Union market, free market, by the way. No, certainly not free. No idea where this is or is gonna be whenever. I mean, it may never go below 95.51 again, because it may just be closed for the rest of everyone's lives or something. This is the Moscow exchange, by the way. So this is not an S-coin. This is not Enron. This is, right? I mean, it's just like when that stuff happens, man, it's just very, very crazy times. And it's just so temporary. Like, the U.S. is free. Okay, let's act like yeah, I mean, something like this is like a 1929 happening, like, for real. So you gotta have some intervention sometimes. Yeah, you dropped 62% in 175 days. So anyway, let's go to the request, which was Tron. Donnie D wants it on FTX, which I don't really go to that, but it's so pretty, isn't it? A nice little, beautiful, colorful. You know, add a little color to your live chat with your equidistant channel, your manipulated fib channel tool. Manipulate the coordinates to make it equidistant. Anyway, Tron, FTX. Well, the same story here than it is on the chart I look at. on the Binance chart. So we could plot that wick low there too, and you've kind of just got a zone here, clearly, an inflection zone. Okay, so you see the critical line in the sand for Tron, never been broken, but really, who cares? I mean, I love that, but what I really love is the shark that's been here for a while now. And it's like perfect, man. Right? So it's working on that type 2. It's only at 4% today, which is like, dude, when is this thing gonna do it? Can someone call Justin Sun? We know the dev here. Can Justin Sun do something? Every day I check the price, it's at the pattern completion zone and never leaves the pattern completion zone. It's like, I think he forgot the memo. He didn't get the memo that it's time to buy as the composite man because he owns the freaking coin, right? Because he's the dev. It's time, dude. It's time on Tron. We're like, if not now, when? So these are like low risk areas for long, of course. It's been that way since freaking January. So what were you asking about? Tell me about it going higher for higher prices. Love the daytime stream, Donnie D says. I mean, dude, 50% retrace because, you know, 5-0s, you guys got to be concerned about high to low here. I mean, your minimum target is 9 cents. So what, 33% more upside from where you are now or something like that? What? 50% more upside? Was it 6 cents and it goes to 9 cents? Oh, I'm crazy. All right. I'm not into math. I'm not the math guy. I'll just, you know. Okay, 50% upside from here just for a bearish 5-0. If you ever broke 50%, then I would think like the next level would probably be freaking 12 cents because there's not much resistance anywhere. I mean, there's that low 10 cents. So what? 9 cents, 10 cents, and then 12 cents targets. And your cutoff is 4.95 cents, right? I think below that, you can kind of say get wrecked because the thing's probably going to get wrecked. Okay? There you go, dude. Tron. It's been looking like a snack, but maybe it's trying to type 2 here. Trying to give us that confirmation low that we always look for, always want. Like Bitcoin showing on the daily. Tron's kind of lagging. And Bitcoin's at 41,238, and it's about to be its highs of the day. Highs of the 10 days. 10 days, chat. 10 days. Coincidence? Maybe not. Or, you know, you keep this up, you'll be going positive on momentum today. Get 7 hours. Plenty of time to go positive on momentum. That's true. Russian ruble. If it dies, it dies. Real. Justin Sun went to another country. Where's he at? Justin Sun is picking his boogers. That's what he's known for. That's his thing, dude. Picking his boogers in a random hotel room, getting ready to unveil Tron University. And you remember those, such cringe, very, very cringe infomercials that Tron did about Tron University? I haven't heard about Tron University in like a year and a half, 2 years now. I bet a lot of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Because, I mean, come on, dude. 55% of all market participants joined Bitcoin in 2021. So Tron University was not a 2021 thing. Okay. Okay, next request was FIL, but it was the last request. Crab people, taste like crab, talk like people, on total. $2.4. I don't know. I'm just looking at it like it's a big cipher, man. It's just a cipher with a type 2 return, right? Is the cipher. Scott Carney isn't really big on it here. But to me, it's perfect. It's the cipher. It's the type 1, it's the type 2. the engulfing candle, and then the break of resistance, man. Dude, I don't know what's wrong with this. This is literally fine for a cipher. A 786, which is literally the PCZ, 80% on B, yeah, it's okay. And then a 1414 on C, which is the maximum threshold and criteria for the cipher. 113 on B to C, yeah, it's all good for the cipher. Sometimes you get 786s, sometimes you get 886s. Because of Ethereum, that's why this is a 786 bottom. Everyone thought Tron, what? Not Jacob, not everyone. Definitely not everyone. Mainly just the cult members of the Tron Association that has been abolished. Wow, and the great battle of the boogers. Okay, so yeah, the next request was FIL. Certainly can't say it can't get much worse, right? I mean, I guess it can. And this is probably, hey, there's more data. Let me just try to find another chart. Maybe I just need to get rid of this one and find the one with all the data. I'm just done looking at these and people being like, there's more data somewhere else. What about Gemini? No, Gemini. Anyone got an idea where FIL has the absolute most data? Yeah, BTT. That was another one, dude. Yep. Coinbase? Oh yeah, isn't it? Isn't that the? Oh yeah, it was the joke. It was Coinbase. You're right. You're right. Okay, and I actually have some data here, or have some memory of this place. So like, you're below all the levels you need to be above. You are getting real close to at least getting back above like one low from January, but to me, it's just there's just so many better assets out there to long than FIL. Like, right? I mean, we're talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin look better than FIL. Ethereum and Bitcoin are actionable compared to FIL. Like, it's up 3%. Massively underperforming the macro. Good God. Underperforming like everything. And that should tell you something right there. Maybe it's low risk, you know, for a reason. Maybe it's like down here and doing nothing for a reason because it's just not a good asset compared to so many others. Right, BNB. Why go long on Filecoin, you know, looking like this when one could just long BNB or something, you know? It's like the stage is set on BNB. This one, I don't know what the stage is set. This is, it's a deep crab. Is it at the PCZ? No. You know what the PCZ of a deep crab is? And it may never get there because it's Bitcoin recovers and reverses and this just goes with it. But literal pattern completion zone of a bullish deep crab, which how do we know it's a bullish deep crab and only a bullish deep crab, is the 88% retrace on B and the lower high on C. Those are the characteristics of the deep crab. And that, I'm telling you, it's minus $8. So maybe that never happens, but what about the 1414? Okay, what about the 1272? Are you at the one? I mean, you are at a fib extension right here. So, I mean, that's real. So it could react here because, I mean, of course, it's impossible to get an actual PCZ of a deep crab because it's negative. But, I mean, maybe you're type 2ing on a 1272 deep crab or something. But I wouldn't care because I would not put my money here because the money would be in another asset that's a better performer anyway, right? Something that's, oh, like Ethereum, it's already up 7%, you know, like imagine putting your money in Filecoin when you're looking at an asset like Ethereum that only makes higher lows, higher highs, undoubtedly. And then it made an 786 and then an 886. So consecutive higher lows, even locally now. Really good. Back testing the supply line as a demand line, and so it's a break, hook, and go in development now. So I'm gonna have to get another coffee, man. Nat's up 25%. It already broke back above the critical areas, dude. Nat is insane now. Look at this. Oh my, and oh my God, you know, it was a 200%. You know, it did exceed the PCZ. It fell below all critical supports, but look, when it got back above this level, look at this, and it's 27.3% climbing, breaking above the 200-day moving average for the first time since it was above it in June of last year. Wow, man. talk about what a melt up real fast. Dude, that's crazy, man. Oh, dude, Scott Carney's going live, man. He just went live right now. Tell him I say hi. Yeah, well, let's go to the S&P 500, right? Switch gears for a sec. Oh my god, dude. Did that just happen? Do we got a party going on in the morning? We might. That could be fake news. I don't know, though. We'll see. All right, so bullish divergence on the S&P is still developing very well as you continue to lose your negative momentum. Great. So the idea, you know, it's still not, I don't think it's, we know yet. You really didn't do anything. You're still down on the day. You're still below the supply line. But the great news is you're above the critical 4236 to 4300, right? You are above that, and that for that we can be thankful and grateful, and you know, just a a sigh of relief for now. You're safe for now. Was it you, crypto hoarder? Because dude, it just did the thing, I guess. It did the not work thing. Gosh, I don't know why it does that. Sorry, dude. So, you know, the idea, though, this is what could be in development. If the piercing line, if the textbook, beautiful, bullish, the daily bullish piercing line reversal is real, then you could be ushering in a brand new wave to the upside. And that's kind of the idea right now. So great, safe. It's the hoarder, man. Can we get some hype in the chat, please? For the crypto hoarder who can't even watch. He's just tipping, man.
Crypto_hoarder tip $281. I see you are alive. Can't watch, just saying hello, smile. 0.100000000 ETH.
Thank you for the Ethereum, crypto hoarder, and thanks for coming by. $281. Much love, man. So if he can't watch, I don't think he can hear me, but thank you, man. Maybe you'll watch the replay when he lands. He's always in his private jet, I guess, flying. He's flying around the world. I think he lives in the air. And he just, you know, part-times on the ground. Thank you, dude. Wow. Crazy, dude. So the S&P, and then you go to Dow Jones. Dow Jones is safe again-ish. You haven't made higher highs. I don't think you want to make one more lower high. I don't think you want to rally and then hit 35.1 and then make another lower high. You do not want classic distribution. But good news is, for now, you're safe. You're barely safe, but you're safe-ish. Now, your trend's not safe. Your trend's in jeopardy of being just literally bearish now. Midterm. But if you're above this zone, you're okay. And you broke it, and you're trying to back test it now, at least part of it, as support. That's good. And the divergence is there. Triple RSI bullish divergence. And now you have MACD bullish divergence. So again, if the TA is respected here, you will rally more. Like, again, that's what it's implying, the daily. More upside on these index funds, at least for just common retraces, even if they're just going to make lower highs and roll over again, and we're in a bear trend, right? You're still below the 200-day moving average. Things are still kind of monka-esque until we recapture our previous highs. That's what it's all about, man. When you make a low, then you make a lower high, and then you make a lower low, and all of a sudden that downtrending argument is happening, and you've got to recapture previous highs. Okay. All right, Dow Jones. NASDAQ. Here's your argument here. Like, you're below your critical resistance, right? You're below, 14,171. You got to get above that. But that's still, like, you got to do better than that. But there's divergence, right? It's implied that this bullish piercing line reversal will play out, right? Your positive momentum just begun to build. So that could keep building on higher prices. And it's probably going to go test 14,171. I have no idea if that's going to break. I don't know. Like, if you're super bearish, it's not going to happen. You'll run up, test it, and then roll over again, and you're screwed. But there's always the idea that you could be working on a bullish dragon of some sort, right? The head, the foot, the hump, the second foot, and then the spine. You break that, you go on a bigger run. So it's up 0.48%, outperforming the S&P today, and Dow Jones, nice. Russell 2000, that looked like it was definitely bottoming out, right? Like, wow, what a perfect double bottom at a 1272 or a pattern completion zone of the reciprocal ABCD. Caught some fall through today, up 0.7%. Wow. 3 white soldiers going on. Wow, look at the divergence. I mean, it was everything. Everything was good. Everything was like implying, hey, a reversal off that. That was the candle. And a couple days. But are you out of the woods? Certainly not, man. Dude, you got to break above 2085 and hold it for a little while, and then we'll talk, okay? Wow, it's too many lines here. What's going on? Maybe it was on different time scales and something. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, great start, but there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of resistance that has to be broken, you know? Very good. Let's look at gold. That just another, it was looking like a bullish engulfing candle, man. It was engulfing on the stream yesterday, and look at it now, because these risk-on assets are doing okay. I mean, you can tell based on the price action that gold is certainly inverse correlated with risk-on assets and the index funds. And it seems like it's a star of the show when the market's not open, when the equities market is closed and futures are doing things. That's when gold and oil are doing stuff. So this is it hit a high today of 1927, and that's at 1893 right now, right? 1921. What did it go test? It went to go test the 2011 high from August 2011, September 2011. That's okay though. Doesn't mean it's like bearish, man. It's all over now. I mean, till it takes out its previous low, it's still bullish. It's still fine. Still showing accumulation till it falls below 1790. So, oh yeah, and it's happening. Yeah. Silver, probably the same thing. Yeah, silver's okay. It's above the 200-day moving average. Where are my eye itches, man? I gotta get another coffee, man. I haven't slept that much. Ugh. Silver's fine. Silver's fine. It's really just kind of having issues breaking its local previous high. It's going to happen when risk-on assets kind of recover or hold on. It's kind of a safe haven asset, and when there doesn't need to be a safe haven because everything that's not safe is pumping, then it's not going to do very well. GLD calls refusing to print. This is criminal. Yeah, dude. It's tough. It's gold, it's silver. Oh, sorry, my sorry, Mom, we go. And thanks for the 822 people here. Wow, early stream. You know, thanks for making it out here. Man, we can go across these markets. Let me pull up something real quick. Oh, and just like, you know, what we identified last week that looked incredible, and then it's like website got hacked after I posted the setup. It didn't matter that the price didn't move. Yeah, look at so let's go to like one of the top gainers today and talking about like Tesla. Just look at this. Oh my god, man. Wow. Just like 705 and now it's 875. Are you out of the woods yet? No. Look at the bullish divergence on the MACD though. Wow. So I'm not really, yeah, I figured it would go much deeper, but it was saved. Market didn't roll over. There was intervention, I guess, and now you're breaking back above the 200-day moving average, breaking above the old demand line. It goes way back, man, to April, March 2020, COVID crash. But you got a lot of work to do. You got to break 884. You got to break these highs from January last year. You break that, you go to $1,000. Then you got to break that, man. So you got to recapture previous highs. A lot of work to be done. It could be almost a dragon, almost a way you could interpret it as a dragon, like this. And if that's the case, you might be breaking the supply line, right? And you got the head, the foot, the hump, second foot, and then the spine. And then you're starting to break it there. And that could be how it, you know, just like the index funds, you could imagine this asset would do similar, or it's just a W shape in development. Right? Something like that. That's possible eventually. Even if it sells off, as long as it makes a higher low than this low point, $700, it eventually the wave would take you to maybe those highs up there. Something to think about with the divergence. Excuse me. Good Lord, man. You got, is this a crypto? No, this is Occidental Petroleum Corporation that is mooning today, up 10.35%. 38.53. What is that? What's 38.53, chat? All right, so it's a swing low back from 2008. What'd you do? What did Oxy do to that 2008 low? It sprung, it broke it, and it's back tested as support, and now it's engulfing off of it. It's really strong. It's like confirming what was once support in 2008 is support again in 2022. And there's a lot of upside. I mean, it could be going to like at least 47.70, this high from January 2020, but you know, 52.22 seems very possible too. These energy assets are going berserk, man. But what was the top gainer on the S&P 500 today? Or so far? It's an open market, so I'll show you. I've never been here before. Wow. This was SEDG, which is Solar Edge Technologies, up 11.47%. I would imagine it's a solar stock or something. Hold on. Dude. Okay, so this is your top gainer on the S&P so far today, and it just gapped up and rallied. I'm sure it's like alternative energy source because whatever, people are freaked out about Russia and stuff. So pretty cool how it hit 201 before bottoming out. It was kind of diverging there, but yeah, it's not actionable. It's just let's look here and listen, look at it. You know, gainer today. Oh, a defense stock up. I think, right? Defense. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Jesus, dude. LAH or LHX. Aerospace and defense. Yeah, yeah. All-time highs today. All-time highs. Broke supply line. Gapped up today. I guess all we can do now is fib extensions. All right, so see at 258. 258 is the target on this one. It's up 7% today. Nice. Of course, Enphase is up too. Yeah, SPY about to go green. Color me surprised with all that freaking divergence. Wow. Enphase, man. Dang, dude. Kind of reminds me of Bitcoin. Look at this chart. In a way, does it not remind you something like Bitcoin? Dude, what? This is the Bitcoin chart. Or Ethereum. Yeah, it's like the Bitcoin chart, right? It's like this whacked out shark. It's the whacked out shark. Nah, it's not really a shark, but my God, dude. Look. Just hear me out. It's kind of like type 1, type 2. at the 886, whether it's a formal harmonic or not, it's still the M shape and it's still a type 2. So to me, it's just, you snuck one in on me, man. You snuck one in on me because I didn't see that. Weird.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $506.20. Testing. Not sure if you are getting these. Smile. 0.180000000 ETH.
See what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry?
Thank you so much, Crypto Hoarder. It came in. It's, hey, look, $787 on the day, so that's a fib extension. I'm sorry, a Fibonacci node is the 786, man. Thank you so much, dude. That one came through. I'm not sure what happened, but that's hilarious, though. It's weird. I got notified after the tip came in, and I've never seen that happen before. So maybe it's the network, dudes. Maybe it's because Bitcoin pumped or something, or Ethereum pumped, that it's faster or something. I'm not sure how that works, but that's weird. Anomaly right there. Thanks. So in-phase energy, if it's doing what it's doing, then it's probably going to 222 again. Right? I would think so. But dang, man, so similar. So this in your mind, and then this in your mind. Right? Bitcoin is in-phase energy, kind of. But it's actually much prettier. It's actually valid. Literally perfectly valid. Where the in-phase actually isn't. Like Scott Carney be like, nope, we cannot call it that. But on this, we could call it that. We could call it a shark here, formally. You can't formally call it that on the other one. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, dude. Now I caught that one. Oh my god, dude. Let's go! Hype of the chat! Dude. Yes! Yes!
Crypto_hoarder tipped $533.31. Lol. 0.190000000 ETH.
Dang, Crypto Hoarder. Thanks so much, dude, for the 1320. So we're exceeding the 1272 fib extension on Crypto Hoarder's tips today. All right, we exceeded the 1272. We might be in price discovery. I don't know if we'll make the 1414, the 1618, or the 2, or the 2618, or the 3618, or the 4236. Above that, I don't really Fibonacci above 4236s. So, thanks so much, dude. Wow, holy crap. I'm gonna have to look up what's above the 4236 if that happens. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, man. Good lord. I don't know. There's not enough hype in the chat, man. Consequence of hitting resistance in golden pocket, an indication of reversal or just retest. What's the context here? Retest 382 or neither. Which 382? Where's the anchor? Where am I anchoring? What 382? We're going high to low here. We never hit a 382. That's what's hilarious about it, dude. That's like, it never hit the 382. So we could be headed to 382, 46.6. You know, if you're at the 382, you're reversing the trend to the upside. Your midterm downtrend becomes an uptrend. Your short term, your midterm, and your long term all become like bullish again. So it's like, Brad might be asleep. Yeah, because like I guess when I went live an hour ago, right? It was like 8 a.m. It was like not even 8 a.m. his time. So it's like. Yeah, you could imagine maybe. Anyway, still trying to articulate that. It's so crazy, man. So crazy.
Bow to your sensei.
Oh yeah, let me just go to the one that like, hey, it looked really promising and still does. I mean, it's like just sitting there. Like, could you imagine? This is kind of like, this reminds me of Luna. Could someone like back me up on that? Like, you know what, man? This dude's right, kind of. It kind of reminds me of Luna 2. Nvidia. Like, look at this chart. The uptrend. The momentum harmonic. The type 2 return. The divergence. And then you get a Luna that wasn't even as good. Technically, a little bit. Luna. It's the uptrend. It's the momentum harmonic. There's the divergence.
Gentlemen in the mix.
And Luna's playing out, right? Type 2, type 1, type 2 right here, February 20th. So yeah, Luna, dang man, it does look like Luna. It's kind of like the same picture. So anyway, I mean, like, you know, nothing to get excited about till it's breaking the neckline of the double bottom, potential double bottom at 268. 270, but man, you got an asset that only wins. It's just a winner. It makes billions upon billions of dollars. So the fundamentals are solid. It's not Filecoin or some scrub that doesn't make any money and can't prove it makes money. This thing is such a beast fundamentally, and it's technically now set up as a beast. Dude, flip this chart over, man. You're in a long-term terrible downtrend, and then you run and you make an 88% retrace from previous high to low, and then you sell off, right? You react perfectly, then you run again, and then you type 2 return, and there's bearish divergence, and look at that, you're back below the 200-day moving average. Oh, you're so screwed. The downside potential on this is like so high. Just kidding. It's literally the opposite of everything I just said. It's in a very long-term uptrend. It's back above the 200-day simple moving average. And divergence, bullish piercing line reversal. Stage is set for probably 313 to all-time highs on this. I mean, assuming, you know, the macro can hold up, which is a big if, man. Dude, every day it's crazy swings in price, up and down, pre-market. It's like, and a lot of the price action is happening like pre-market and post-market, which makes it really tough because you're just like, oh God, it was out of our control, man. I mean, I thought that was, I mean, Russian assets getting frozen, right? I mean, that's been it's not really, I mean, it is kind of news for the week for equities, for everything, because like the market was closed, but Bitcoin stays open. And this pump happened on Bitcoin when the market was open, technically. So, yeah, I don't know. So Nvidia, and then I think like AMD was kind of like similar. You know, we always like taking a look at both these bad boys. Yeah, same thing. This is even better. This could actually be better. This is actually a little bit stronger than Nvidia, actually. The thing is, though, it made 100% retrace, which is kind of not that great. Weird. It's like the 886 is actually 100%. That's fine. It happens, man. 100% bat, fine. What you gonna do, dude? But it's the 1 and the 2. The piercing line reversal back above the 200-day moving average. Okay, it's sim shape, fine. I mean, your upside probably 155. What I like about AMD, kind of, it's weird. They ended up evening out because like Nvidia made the 886, but AMD made the 99% retrace, 100% retrace. But Nvidia made just the same low as its first low. This one's making a higher low than its first low, right? So interesting. But dude, look left. The trend, so solid. All it does is win, over and over and over again, and it's setting up like it's gonna win again, right? Based on everything we know, it's like got the system, the formula, all the Heisenberg formula going on with this asset. What's up, Pooter? Thanks for being here. Thanks for engaging in the chat. You know, trying to put more emphasis on engaging with the chat. You know, I mean, like, why not? People have questions, and remember we said, like, if Bitcoin reversed, Luna goes to all-time highs. It's, look what it's doing, man. It's just an outperformer inherently. That's all it does. But so is Nvidia. Nvidia just inherently outperforms the S&P 500. I think AMD, same thing. So will we rise? Will we rise, chat? Hold on, what? Let's go. Let's see, what else did well today? Lockheed Martin, another defensive aerospace stock. Oh my goodness, man. Wow. 397, tested it, couldn't break it, and then it eventually got back up to it, and it just mooned. All right, so this thing will be going to all-time highs soon. 442 is the target now. Broke all the resistance. This thing loves like inverse head and shoulders, man. Like for real. Hold on. Yeah, so it'd be like LMT and then LHX and what was the other one? Raytheon? Yeah, RTX. Good lord, man. Hey, you want to talk about a massive, a bearish pattern underperforming? This is like 30 bar play. Thing did nothing and stayed above supports long enough and break upward. Yeah, that is what you... Like, that's the stuff where, think about it. Like, just yesterday, you look at, like, these altcoins performing or making these harmonics, right? And if they just stall out and just hang out, and they don't really launch after they type 1, type 2, well, long enough, eventually just going to roll over. And that's what happened here. Like, you can clearly see where did it start consolidating? The 886. So not always are your harmonics going to literally play out. Sometimes they play out enough, just underperform before you start and you continue the trend you're on, right? But yeah, I think Russia helped it break out, right? Of this structure, right-angled ascending broadening formation. It just broke upward, not downward. Interesting. Barely see that, and that's we're at all-time highs. Yes, all-time highs by far. Very good. So just leave it like 3 major defensive stocks. Not defensive, but defense stocks, right? So it's kind of like not exactly the same. I guess defense stocks are defensive stocks in these type of market conditions. So Bitcoin pulled back. I mean, this is where you could certainly see just a nothing burger candle, like where Bitcoin just goes up and down, you know, goes and tests the 200 moving average at like 40,000, 58. You know, rallies again, and again, just an indecision candle by this 4-hour close. Because, you know, after an impulse candle like that, a lot of times you'll just get nothing for 4 hours. I mean, how many times have seen this on Bitcoin pumps? Whew. Dang, man, it's like almost hard to believe. Well, thank you. Bitcoin saved the day, didn't it? I'm telling you, dude, I can't even believe it. Like, look at FTM. How is this holding? How is this 886 actually holding here? How is this demand line holding? You fell below it. And then you engulfed and you're back above it. Holy crap, man. Talk about like just holding on, hanging on. Somehow you have like bullish divergence on the MACD down here too, showing positive movement out. And you saved by Bitcoin. This thing looked like it was done. I thought it was going to 95 cents. But not yet. Not until it truly breaks that demand line. That's wild. This is FTM, right? Like double topped on the weekly, but still not dead yet. Still making higher lows somehow than its December lows. Crazy, man. Yeah, the monthly candle close will be interesting later. I mean, like the monthly close itself isn't anything to write home about. We looked at it earlier. It's like, is it a morning star? Maybe. Kind of just like, yeah-ish, maybe. But it's really like what the weekly will do in 6 days if we close where we are now, which is really, really good. So yeah, we just keep like, I don't know, just hanging out, shooting the ass, looking at some of these assets across the markets. It's like we do. Just to go back to the US dollar to the ruble, which I think is like, of course, I don't think anything, even Bitcoin being up 8.5%, still doesn't match what happened here. Like Bitcoin has 8%, 10% up days before. I mean, it's had them. The ruble, very seldom you get in days like this. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my life. But maybe that just, I'm not that experienced, man. Maybe that's what it is. But dang, dude. Lots and lots of turmoil. I feel so bad for Russian citizens that had nothing to do with this, because they're the ones that are going to get hit the hardest, man. Just your everyday Russian citizen, just working their job. You know, they're a plumber or they're an accountant or they're something. They're a member of society. They got a family and kids, right? And they're under Putin. Putin's their leader, and they didn't elect him. They're stuck with him, and now look at them. They're screwed now because of him. Dude, like, Russia is now going to be financially, economically in the Stone Age. Like, I don't know how they don't collapse. Like, legit, like, collapse, like, yeah, Venezuela or some other effed up country, right? Something like this happened similar after World War II. Is that what Peter Rant was saying? Okay, yeah, I'm sure it's like maybe happened once. I mean, I think these this was like one of these dumps was where's Georgia, 2008. This isn't even, data doesn't go back to see 2008 for Jordan, or not Jordan, Georgia. Sorry, when Russia invaded Georgia in 2008, and then you had Crimea, which I think was maybe 2016. So that clearly, you know, you were.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $1,008.90, heading back to the States. Not sure if you are still in. This one's for the mods in the chat. 0.3600000000 ETH.
Crap, sorry. Dude, Crypto Hoarder, thanks for the $1,008.90. You're headed back to the States. You're not sure if I'll be live. I'm confused. Are you in the air right now, or were you in the air? You're about to be in the air? I hope you had a wonderful vacation if you're heading back to the States, dude. Dude, I gotta go to the bathroom and make another coffee. Thank you, man. Accepting new mods. Nah, dude. Look, dude, here's the thing about mods, right? If you wanted to be a mod, you could have been a mod if you were here a long time ago. Like, it was almost like if you were just a valued member and contributing to the chat and you were constantly being like cordial and polite, you'd become a mod. And so many mods, that's how they got mod, because they were here a long time ago at the beginning. And there were times when it was like just mods talking in my chat, but those times are long gone, right? I mean, so now we just like don't give mod to people anymore, like unless it's like specified. I mean, we do. I mean, it's like very, very rare though. Super rare. Anyway. I want to know, like, yeah, bank run, is that real? Luna's up 15% now. So Luna's like near its highs of the day. Remember, if Bitcoin sneezes bullishly, this thing, what is more insane than sneezing? Whatever, okay, it sneezes harder. But yeah, what outperformer breaking critical resistance and is on its way to 87, and then after that's $100. And I'll be the least surprised person in the world if Luna hits $100 again, if Bitcoin actually is reversing majorly on the daily, because it looks like it. I mean, that's type 2 return, harmonic, all those things. Missiles flying over Kyiv right now. Dang, man. Yeah, you just gotta, like, when are they gonna... Are they gonna siege them? Is Russia just gonna siege out Kyiv? Or are they going to literally go in and mess with the infrastructure? Like, talking like... I mean, I saw in Kharkiv all kinds of indiscriminate carpet bombing going on there. But I mean, like, if you have, like, people, like, in buildings, like, hiding with guns, guerrilla warfare, I just... Yeah, you just gotta wonder how many are gonna be doing that. I mean, I feel like a siege is probably... What if you were, you know, a general or something in this situation, and, you know, you were Russian, dude? Would you siege them, or would you just brute force it? Porter is a legend. He's flying back to the States, man. Call of Duty Ukraine, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like that's modern warfare. Is this, you know, that's what's going on right now. Let's see. Man, there's so many coins that are just not that great, too. Like, it's cool and all, but there's some that are just trash. Here's something, okay? Something that's really, really interesting here. All right, this is like, I don't know how you can ignore this. So don't kill me for just bringing it up, and even if it fails. But look at ONT. Look at ONT at its lows from December 2018. One time, two times, and on the second time, triple bullish divergence. I mean, it's like convergence, I guess, because it's a higher low. But you want to talk about like a low risk area, ONT? What does it historically do when it holds 50 cents? Straight up, straight down, 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 straight up, straight down. If ONT holds 50 cents, it goes to $1, almost always. Like, based on historical price action, it always goes to $1. It always doubles in price if it holds 50 cents. That's what's just crazy, right? I mean, does anyone see this? What I'm talking about? Am I crazy here for saying that? Is that what it does historically? $1? I know we're talking about Russia, but, you know, just taking it back to the TA for a second, trying to engage with y'all in conversation about charts and maybe low risk areas and stuff. KO's been nuts, man. Coca-Cola's been like, what a safe haven, right? Been like hitting like all-time highs that go over and over again. Yeah, Bitcoin holds, ONT goes to $1, most likely. But the thing is about it, like, the M shape is, it's not anything. It went too deep. It violated the harmonic pretty bad. I mean, you'd have to look at it like maybe you'd have to anchor it like this. You'd have to really, really, like, I would say mental gymnastics, because they're very real anchor points. That's 38. That's fine. But like, oh, that's what it is, man. Oh my god, dude. That's what it maybe is. You know, you use the initial anchor points. Because if you use this anchor point, nothing makes sense. It's like a violated harmonic. But if you actually anchored the initial highs and that low between them, it's a textbook bullish shark. The 113 pattern completion zone with the divergence, and you have the type 2 here. So dang, man, I'm just thinking outside the box here. Brainstorming, and you just got 1, and you got 2, and you got, so it's like the formula. You're at a critical level of support.
Hex is dead. I knew I should have sold the job. Now I'm broke with no hope. What can I do? Devs? Ha ha ha, JK, Hex is doing alright and will blow minds in due time. Mitch, you are the Jesus man.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Fishbones from 420. Yeah, I'm sure Hex will be okay at some point. I don't think the scam's coming home to roost to people who think it's a scam, you know. But hold on a sec. Let me this needs to be like, I'm sorry. Let me provide my value to patrons that are patrons. Just give me a second, okay? Yeah, just set. Hold on. We gotta do this thing, man. We gotta Leroy Jenkins ONT. I mean, it's like you don't have to like take action on these. You know, you understand like you're trying to learn the system, and it's just so simple here on this. You know, and again, like you don't take action on trade setups, but you do want to look at it to learn. Like, oh, that makes sense. That's why this is okay. I'm not FOMOing into the top, man. Okay, that makes sense. It's sticking with me. I think this is a very fair way to assess it. Yeah, something like that.
Hey Mitch, there's a Russian dash fork from 2015 which just woke up from a long hibernate. Interesting moves last few days.
Okay.
Keep up the good work, dude. Thumbs up.
Thank you, non-plonker. He's a plonka. He's the non-plonka. Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll look at the dash Russian Sputnik fort. Okay, sorry about that. Oh crap, I didn't even see that. There you go, patrons. Yeah, Ruble's dumpster fire. Russia's trying to prop it. Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy. Okay, so like Russia had like 9% interest rates and they like doubled it. So you have like interest rates in Russia are 20% now. So if you're like, hey, I need to get a conventional loan for a mortgage on a house, 20% interest rates, I think, right? Pretty sure that's like how it goes there. So we're at 0% interest rates here, and negative in a lot of parts, you know, of Europe. And then you got Russia over there with 20% interest rates. So it's pretty much like getting in debt in Russia is not incentivized, it seems. It's like the old days. I think this is like how it used to be back in the 80s and stuff, right? Like 15, 16% loans on mortgages. Yeah, that's wild. Dang, dude, ONT, if you look at it this way, it's pretty freaking insane. I gotta post, I'm gonna send to Scott Carney and be like, dude, you see this? ON freaking T. ONT. Dude, oh my god. Oh my god, Peter Schiff on CNBC today, go figure. They got him on just because of the pump. I bet he's like, No, he's pretty happy still, because I mean gold still looks great. Dude, you don't see what like ONT is like breaking and back testing support as support again at 50 cents. This is pretty awesome on this one. It requires a open-minded thinking, man. Was there a request though? No. What was it? Dash 4. What's the name of it? A Russian dash 4. Dude, you didn't even give me the name of it.
Can you look at Gazprom's stock? I threw the dice today and gambled, bought a large sum of this stock today at 2.71 buy-in.
Sure, Mr. Biz. Thank you for the 20. I will. But for non-plonker, dude, there's a Russian dash fork. Non-plonker, type in the chat the ticker or something, dude, because I can't look at it if I don't know what it is. Oh, sorry, this is a joke. This is rareable. I just plot it. I was just screwing around, man. Just scanning and get bored. That rareable's awful. Yeah, I don't even think rareable looks good, man. Rareable's not good. It's SIB. He said the ticker is SIB. All right. Is crypto hoarder going long on the SIB coin? Wow. I mean, what am I supposed to do? It bottomed out, dude. I guess we would go to the weekly on this. Weekly. kind of just range bound. Hard to say it's even double bottoming, but clearly you can kind of see. I mean, that's it, dude. I mean, I'll call me when it breaks 10.2 cents, and then it's a major breakout. Until then, it's just range bound. And look, it did hit the bottom. Truly hit the bottom and has rallied off of the bottom of the range. So that's cool, but that's about it though. There you go, non-plonker, man. I mean, maybe it's one bottom, maybe another bottom. Maybe it's trying to double bottom. It's a very real possibility, but you do need to break the neckline for confirmation. Gazprom. Whoa, Gazprom on the Moscow exchange. No, this is, I mean, this is Gazprom. This is literally Gazprom. Am I crazy here? Is there any way to look at it like another, like what exchange should I be looking at this on? Oh, OTC? Mr. Biz, are you talking about OGZPY? Or okay, it has to be OTC. Yeah. Here it is. Oh yeah, you know, you rolled the dice, didn't you? Down 37% today. Yeah, down 37% because it's Russian. He bought at 271. Wow, you just happened to buy the bottom. But now look what it's doing. Is officially testing 332, the low from 2003, as a resistance, and it's not broken it yet. It's trying to, and earlier it was breaking it, but just not for long. So if it can break that, you're good, but I don't know if it's gonna break, right, with confirmation. And there's a gap fill. I mean, at least, you know, wick gap at 406, and then the gap fill, like with the real ones, like 530. I just don't know, man. Like, if you're scalping, gambling on this, by all means, but it's Russian, and I wouldn't touch anything Russian. Yeah. Good luck, though. Hopefully it breaks 332 and it makes you rich, right? You're showing it at 343 now. I don't know. I'm looking at it. Oh, it's delayed. Yeah, I don't know. The OTC is delayed for me, so sorry. Well, if that's the case, 343, then fine. But 332, no matter what, is the line in the sand, kind of. You want to stay above that, all right? Number one gas producer in Russia can't be sanctioned. Yeah, maybe not, but it can still get devastated on a chart. Dude, I mean, you know, it's like, I get you. I see where you're at on it. It's not like you're buying like high. You're not buying at a peak or anything, so you got that going for you at least. So that's way better. Blue lives request, man. Been live for 1 hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours. If you're enjoying the live stream, of the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. Really, thank you. Because it is not a normal stream time situation, right? This is just kind of like an early morning stream. Price action. Things changed dramatically in a very short period of time. Here we are at Litecoin on the daily. You want to talk about hanging on by the skin of your chinny chin chin? Talking about a low from 2018 and lows from June and July. Look how, like, I mean, wow. I mean, this is it, dude. Could it rally here? It's diverging on the RSI. If it doesn't hold here, it's going to $84.
Mitch, will you please look at AVX used on Binance? Look like a breakout soon on a strong uptrend.
We actually looked at that.
Tested 0.618 6 weeks ago and again last week on the long-term retracement. All-time high soon.
We looked. It actually looked pretty interesting when we checked it out very early in the stream, but we'll go back to it. Yeah, sure, thanks. So what do you think? I mean, does Litecoin hold the support that it has to hold here, man? Like, this is it. But it's the argument's kind of being painted a little bit on how it maybe could hold. I mean, it is kind of like a shark a little bit, right? Kind of like a shark, dude. Dude, I've like preemptive tip PTSD from Crypto Hoarder. Or, you know, you just look at it maybe like, is it a shark? That's valid. Dang, man, that is almost, dude, that's like almost a perfect shark. It didn't quite get to the 113. All right, fine. It hit a 112 and not 113. So it's like, you're right at it. I mean, you're at that pattern completion zone of the shark. And it's at an inflection point. It reminds me of XLM and a couple others, right? So interesting. But it's Litecoin, so yeah, AVX, we'll go back. It's like falling wedge near supply line. Very, very close. Very close. You got work to do. You got a lot of work to do. I mean, you're trying to get above resistance. You're still below the supply line. It's very, very real. And I think if you break like $83, you go to $100 fast. So you haven't broken it out yet. You're still fighting that fight. You're still working on it. Does that make sense?
In the mix.
It's a bear shark too. I'm sorry, that has to be shown. Jerome Washington has to show that. Or we have to show that in the chat. Yeah, because that's just funny. A little levity on something so serious. So let's see here. Anything else look okay, man? I don't know, I mean... it is true here. And I don't think it can't really quite be actionable yet. But it is at a pattern completion zone. At least one of them. And it's Uniswap. It hit the minimum threshold of the butterfly, the 1272 fib extension. You're at it. I figure it'd make more sense at a 1414 because that's confluent with a major 886. And whatever though, bullish divergence at the pattern completion zone of this butterfly. So will this react here? Is Uni gonna catch a big reaction at its PCZ? Chat, anyone? Anyone know? Hasn't yet. It's just kind of sitting there. It's up 3%, which is massively underperforming the Bitcoin. Thank you, John. I gotta get another coffee, I guess. I don't know, try to keep this going. KNC is kind of just like range bound, and it's kind of like dead middle of the range. Okay, I'm gonna try to. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break the coffee seal, and then make coffee, and then just be right back. I mean, the coffee maker's like right here, so just hang tight a sec. Stick around, and we'll keep the party going. for just a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer, okay? Like button, bell, sub. Be right back. Hello? See some of y'all stuck around. So Uniswap would be interesting to see what happens at $10. Very interesting. You also got like, I don't know, is VeChain okay? Is VeChain gonna do it, man? Just not really sure about this one, dude. Yeah, I don't really like VeChain that much right now, actually. I mean, it kind of just reminds me of the same thing. It's like Litecoin. It's like the shark, the 113 probably perfectly. But like, it's, where is it? There's like no support here where you are. So just because it could rally, doesn't mean it's at a strategic, awesome, long place area, right? Like ONT, sitting at support again, testing it at support again, twice. This is below supports, right? So it's like, yes, it would rally like ONT and altcoins and all the other ones, but it's not at the best spot, you know, to long. So I just, no, can't do much on VeChain, unfortunately. So VeChain's not doing things. OTN, what's OTN, dude? I don't do OTN. I do ONT. What kind of coffee maker do I have? I have a Miele. It's like built into my, literally built into the building. It's crazy, man. And like below it is a built-in mini fridge. It's like in between my room and my office. Like my bedroom and my office. Right in my upstairs foyer. coffee, man. I need it though. Shoot, dude. So like, just didn't get a very good sleep last night. So just kind of like trying to, you know, trying to survive here. Okay, so speaking of the shark, here it is, man. Here's your XLM. Your 113 pattern completion zone. It's at an inflection point from 2018 and 2019. Type 2 and bullish divergence on the type 2. So I mean, it's like, this is definitely an actionable long currently, though there are better ones that are making higher lows, not lower lows. This is making the lowest low of the correction, but it's still a tradable pattern at a low risk area. Where I'm saying low risk as in it's easy to strategize a stop loss entry and take profit. Yeah, coffee pipe runs through the building. Yep, you're just coffee comes from everywhere in the world. Of course, it's Irwin. I think right now I'm drinking Bali beans. Almost out of the Bali though. I think my next batch will be the Kang's blend, which is a popular blend on Irwin Coffee's website. It's what a lot of people buy. Okay, so just another one that looks pretty good where it is right now and it might be actionable. Excellent. Channel. I mean, it's like, how do I even? I'm gonna get rid of the harmonic for now. You get it though. 76 grid. I think it's really pretty, like this. Pretty simple, simplistic, equidistant channel, man. Yeah, Monero, XRP looking good. Tezos looking good. Wi-Fi looking like crap. I really just not. Oh, well, I'm not a fan of Wi-Fi these days. Even though it's trying to hold a support at 18,350. Gross. Zcash definitely spiking my interest. Right, you are double bottoming at an inflection point. So I don't know if you can call it a harmonic per se. I mean, depends maybe where you anchor. It'd be close. It's like you're almost reaching for straws here for the actual formal M. Wait, nope, it's nothing. But doesn't matter. It's not always about harmonics. I still think you have an M-shaped wave structure, and at the end of the M-shaped wave structure that is not a formal harmonic, you do have this going on. Where that support, you closely my resist or my alert was like before we break in critical support. We're not. You're like confirming the bottoms in, and you're trying to, and a bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 6 hours. Very interesting here, you know, on Zcash. Another one trying to type 2 or double bottom, confirm the bottoms in. Wow. I already looked at the AVX twice now. Wait, are you the one that tipped? Because if you aren't, I'm not looking at it again. Because I looked at this would be the third time. Oh, it is you. But again, like coming back for a third time, you have not broken any resistance yet. You're trying to break horizontal line resistance, and you have tried to break supply line, and you haven't broken either yet. But you are getting back above the 200-day moving average. You're getting back above at least the candle high close from September 23rd of last year. It's promising. It's in an uptrend. It's making a higher low than the previous low. I mean, you know, anything above $80 is really good. I mean, I think if you break $80, you're going to $100. You break $100, you're probably going to 126. It's like a mega falling wedge of some sort. And it's not making a lower low anymore, is it? It's making a higher low. That's pretty good. This is a fake pump? I don't think so. I don't think it's a fake pump. I think this is resolution, the beginning of resolution. What's resolution? When you type to return after a massive M shape that develops over 250 plus days and you show hidden bullish divergence, and now you're engulfing and now you're back at that resistance, and I would think that this time it would break. I think like if you're really doing everything that happens historically all the time and it plays out, then I think you break 42K this time. I think you break 44K this time and you go to like much higher levels, which I'm thinking like minimum 50K, because that's a bearish 5-0 pattern completion zone. But dude, first time you don't know, you rally up, thrust through support resistance, and you fall below it. Crap, we're screwed. Then all of a sudden, you start putting in a second bottom. You put in the second bottom, and then you start engulfing, showing strength, and then you start testing that critical area again. And if you break it this time, you're probably gone. You're probably freaking gone. 50K to 58K if 42K breaks this time. And it's because we understand the context. Yeah, we looked at Nat briefly early in the stream too. Yeah, it is up insane amounts, dude. Like crazy. Oh my god, dude. I didn't even turn the music down. I'm so stupid, dude. What am I doing? Good god. Just ruin the stream. Maybe it's better now. Oh, I don't know, Matthew. That's kind of like you're having to play Crypto Pepe Sylvia with all those variables. I'm not sure, right? You could come to a conclusion and have no idea if you're right or wrong. That's the problem with it. And you don't even know like if that's the case this time, and that can change and all that. At least what we know about the system here that's taught and applied, and we try to find it and identify it every time, is like we know, right, that it does help our chances of maybe finding a bottom or a top, depending on if we're looking this way or this way. But when you start going Bitcoin dominance, correlation to stocks, decoupling from Bitcoin, dude, you're going to be theorizing and have no idea if it's going to conclude the way you think, and or if even if it does, you might get a false sense of understanding that that's the way it works, and then maybe next time it doesn't go that way, then what, right? So it's just too many variables that are unproven. This stuff that's taught here is like researched on traditional markets. I mean, not everything, but most things. I mean, we're talking like 100 years of research from so many different people that put their life's work into it. So you got to try to just stick with those things that are like researched, and the numbers have been done on them and stuff, and the reliability over time, you know. Yeah, S&P, well, yeah, the stock futures are kind of selling off a little bit. Yeah, some methodically, not like dumping, but it's kind of funny because Bitcoin's not dumping, chat. Bitcoin's going towards its highs of the day right now. Damn, man, another set over. Damn, we've been live for 2 hours, 9 minutes. Okay. Wow, the inverse correlation right now, chat, is kind of interesting. I mean, it's very interesting. Where Bitcoin has literally, to the tick, done what the NASDAQ futures had been doing. Not anymore, man. Not anymore. Let me try to just show you real quick, okay? I don't know if I can get this going. Let me see here. Can I do this working? Ooh, look at this. Yes, okay. So you've got the NASDAQ top right, S&P top left, Dow Jones bottom left. Those are your futures, okay? Then your bottom right is the Bitcoin futures. Do you understand how different they are looking right now? There's something going on. Something going on. Oh yeah, chat, we're at session highs. Let's go. $41,400+ right there.
Bruh.
On our way to 42K. Why would you not hit 42K here? You will. You will hit 42K. To test it and fail, or test it and break it. Based on the strength being shown today, based on where we are, based on the context, it could break this time. 42K could certainly be. If you break 42K this time, you're probably going to 50 plus K to 58K, 50 to 58K. Dude, this is how major waves, right? They come to a conclusion. The wave ends. The wave normally ends with a second low, with some sort of exhaustion on the oscillator. So they're all happening right now. Now they are. But just think about it. I mean, like, something had to happen. A decoupling event had to occur. Because, like, if Bitcoin was, you know, synced up and correlated like it is almost every other day with the futures, it wouldn't be doing this. It wouldn't be, like, at 41.3 right now. Yeah, a difference in a day. Yeah, Stick VR. I remember yesterday. And to reassess. 41,460 right there, chat. Again, new highs of the day. On our way to 42K. 41,484 right there. Oh, what's wrong with looking at the daily? The daily is everything. The daily tells us everything. 4-hour ads, it's cute. Daily's all. Okay, we have officially retouched the 23% retrace. Make sure that's perfect. Right there. 1 and 2. Okay. No, you actually have it in 236 if you're perfect. Let's see. Yeah, you are just dollars away. You were 41,720 is the 236 from the high, all-time high, to the corrections low, lowest low. So you're about to hit it again. Very nice. It is a confirmation low, and it's exactly the inverse of Ethereum, right? Remember Ethereum in the downtrend, when it developed that bearish bat, it hit that 886 and reversed, but then it rallied and made a lower high type 2. That's what Bitcoin's doing, flipped over, where it's in a long-term uptrend, and it just hit an 88% retrace, the pattern completion zone of the harmonic, and it's making a higher low type 2 return with an edge on the daily now. So we're just sitting here while Bitcoin is pretty much at its highs of the day, and it looks like sooner rather than later it'll be seeing 42K for at least maybe a test. Just to say, hey, I know you're real. I know you're that high from January 8th, 2021, and we always correlate to you. Since then, always. Over and over and over and over again, it will happen once more. But don't worry, it's not just Bitcoin. It's also Ethereum doing the exact same thing. And BNB is doing the same thing. BNB's got its own type 2 return, the lower risk areas of things. Yeah, oh, futures are dumping, man. But nah, futures really, you know, they're not really dumping. They're just pulling back a little bit on the 5-minute chart or whatever this is. All right, I'm gonna move it. Go back. Okay. Just remember, back to total, doing some really good things, breaking above a very critical inflection point. Gotta love that, man. And maybe bottoming out. And it's the same thing here. Total is just a bullish cipher versus a shark. It was too powerful because of Ethereum. I don't think you're gonna reject 42K this time. With this powerful candle, I don't think you reject 42K. Your bottom's in, right? Yeah. Like, maybe if you did this the first time, but the second time, it doesn't really make sense to confirm that the bottom is in at a value perceived area. There's hidden divergence that is fully developed. It just doesn't make sense for it to hit 42K this time and to fail. That's at least my thoughts on it. I don't think it's going to fail once it tests 42K this time. It might pull back, but I think it's the bottom could, if this closes in 6 hours as an engulfing candle this strong, the bottom is probably in. This is all we needed. We needed something. You needed some sort of like a conviction candle or something, you know, like just impulse, engulf, do something at this level that is where normally reversals occur on traditional markets.
Jack Brown's tip $25. Link USD.
We look at Chainlink. Thank you, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. The Chainlink was starting to not look good. You know, it had the M shape and just sucked. It just wasn't doing anything. And it's up 8% today, though. I mean, look, dude, it's just wow. I mean, really bad. It's really still not that great, man. I mean, this thing, look how violated it got. It went down all the way, 108% retrace. But look, yeah, in the end, it's continuing. It's divergence, triple bullish divergence on the RSI, bullish divergence on the MACD on daily. Okay, cool. And trying to work on an engulfing candle. It's not even there yet. Dude, you got so much work to do. You got to get above like 1635. What's happening over here? Getting a little like alerts and stuff. Okay. It's just like, so it's a shark. It's a shark. It's a technical shark. They didn't even hit at the 113. It hit at 108. I mean, the true PCZ would have been 1022, but it got to 1145. So, I mean, the oscillators look good. 1, 2, 3. I like the 3 valleys, rule of 3 stuff. And I like maybe the fact that Bitcoin has put a major macro bottom in based on its price action in the context of the retraces and everything. Okay, 250-day large structure. So yeah, I mean, like if Bitcoin breaks 42K, then Chainlink goes back up to $20 eventually, probably. But I would say there are better looking assets that exist than Chainlink. And I think everyone could agree with that. Dude, again, like we've looked at multiple assets that are better than this just today on stream. Like ONT, like this one's way better than Chainlink. I mean, because I don't have to ask questions about this because I know, like, you know, we could find a way to make it a harmonic. It does make sense. It's the initial anchor points for the shark at the 113, not the 108 like Link, where and not just that, where it's like it's at a 108 and it's not at a critical support. This lines up perfectly. It's the 113 pattern completion zone, and it just happens to be at the lowest levels you could ever get of risk. And it's showing the type 2 return there, and it's a higher low. It's not a lower low. ONT's better of a trade setup idea than freaking Link. But we go all day about that. We go scan through these charts and I find you way better assets than Chainlink, at least technically, and talking about currently. Because things can change, of course, but again, you're looking for the formula. You're looking, and it's got triple bullish divergence, right, at this critical support pattern completion zone. So, yeah. There you go, Jack Brown's. Thanks, dude. Time to go get a Jack Brown's burger, man, over on Lakeview. What kind of channel is this? This is called the it's called an equidistant channel, right? You got, they're equal, so equidistant, equal distance channel. So it's just like quadrants, right? You've got, it's like 25%, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100, right? That's your equidistant channel line. But yeah, I just got it up here because it looks freaking awesome, and I like the touches of the outer, you know, the outer trend line. Jerome Washington about to feel the Thunderdome, man. No one mess with the DWAC except Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's that. Was that it? No any more requests or anything? No, there were no requests. We're good. Like Tron, I mean, better than Chainlink. Yeah, there's some of like Link and VeChain just kind of suck. You know, even XLM's kind of a better argument than Chainlink right now. Yeah, HBAR is amazing. HBAR is unreal. HBAR looks like the US dollar to the Russian ruble before it went insane. Cardano love. I wouldn't say love, but I would say it's kind of okay. What's up,
Mama Ivy tipped $25. CRO used.
We'll look at the crow. We'll look at Matt Damon coin. Thank you, dude. Seriously, thanks. Love for Cardano. Well, it's breaking a supply line. Remember, we'd say, like, hey, if Bitcoin reverses, because it very well could, then Cardano will catch some bids too. Cardano will catch some bids too. It's trying to bullish lane go. It's got bullish divergence, but it's below all critical support. It's trying to get back above that one wick low from April 23rd of last year. But I'll feel more comfortable with this asset when it gets above $1. But my God, dude, it's got to break a supply line that's at like 115. And there's just so much work for this asset to do. I think there are better assets that are above their supports, that are type 2 returning. Their type 2 returns of Harmonics are like higher lows. This is a lower low. They're just better assets. Even though I definitely think this is an area where it could, you know, you could spring and then back test the spring and then go all the way up to like, you know, $2 again or something eventually. But for now, I think they're just better assets. Better arguments for longs over Cardano. No, you didn't tell me what, man. All right, Crow. Yo. Let's see. Yes, the Crow.
Have you taken a look at Hex yet?
No, I want to look at Hex, man. Huh? Oh, I like this. But I gotta find the one with more data. KuCoin maybe? Yes, KuCoin Connect. Let's go. Yeah, I like Crow. I love the way this is setting up right here. I know it didn't go deep enough. It didn't go deep enough for a full reset, but it's Matt Damon coin. You know, it's not at a real. I mean, just depends if you consider this wick here real. It could very well be real. Like this low from December, you've sprung. You're back testing the spring that happens to line up with the 200-day moving average. You're above it. You could be working on a higher low double bottom potentially. You're pivoting, right? Something's changed from the selling or the buying climax, the low, the lower highs, the lower lows, the lower highs, the higher low. Something's going on. Something's not the same as it was. So you could be trying to confirm a bottom here on Matt Damon coin, and the target from here, if the engulfing candle is confirmed in 5 hours 48 minutes, 50 cents. You break 50 cents, you get a 65 cents, and that's it. It's really not 65, it's like 64.2 cents. Yeah, you could be bottoming out here. I think the cutoff is 36 cents. I think like below 36 cents.
Please, thank you.
You probably don't want to be messing with it. But yeah, this thing, yes, it could, Mama Ivy, it could be bottoming, okay? That's it. What's up, Savat? Yeah, look at Theta. It's also double bottoming still. It's not dead. It's still above supports. Somehow still kind of in that wedge. Weird, dude. It's like 98% through the development of it. Yep, you could be bottoming out. That's it. I wish there was more to talk about. If it, you know, Bitcoin's putting in its bottom for real, then you could be doing that soon. Okay. There's probably a supply line here too. You could look at this almost like some sort of dragon, like a bullish dragon pattern. If you wanted to size it up, yep, is the dragon. Yep, bullish dragon.
ZRX, please smile. 0.007102000 ETH.
ZRX also, it looks almost identical to XLM, so it's like pretty interesting. Not the best, but it's pretty good, and it could be setting up higher prices where it is. It's at an inflection point too. So yeah. All right, Crow. It's the Crow. Technically, if you go from the literal low to the higher low, there's like a smidge of hidden bullish divergence. And I'm talking about not like where this histogram is. I'm talking about where it bottomed out. This is the low right here, right? You see it? And this is exactly what the histogram looked like at that low. So I'm using that. And then this is the higher low. So it's continuation upward implied maybe. What a good spot to do it if it stays above 36 cents in the 200 moving average. We'll see what happens. If not, could roll over and go for a full reset. I don't know, man. It's one that like I could imagine wouldn't do a full reset because again, Matt Damon, Staples Center, you know, all the marketing, Super Bowl, all that. I mean, you figure maybe it's just kind of a little too strong of a performer to do that. But we will see. It's not like your ragtag S coin like Filecoin. Theta, yep, Theta also interesting. I mean, it's at a low risk area still. It's up 7.5%. Oh, it's kind of re-breaking out. Okay, so the thought here was like, oh, you're still the wedge, crazy downslipping price contraction. You got back in it. You held a critical support for the second time. On the second low, bullish divergence. And now you're working on a daily engulfing candle. You're working on re-breaking out of the supply line, clearly. 5 hours, 45 minutes till that's confirmed. Pretty good. Market participants trying to imply that a bottom could be in, and the target from here would be $3.72 to $4. So let's just say Bitcoin's put its bottom in, which we think very well could be possible based on the second low on the daily after the pattern completion zone of the 200-day plus harmonic developed, right? If that bottom's in for real, then we're going to 50 to 58K. Theta has 26 to 36% upside minimum. I mean, a big one goes to 50K though. I think you're breaking $4 and you may be going to, you know, the next levels like 475. And we'll talk after that. So yeah, there's your Theta Savak, man. It's actionable. It's at an actionable area, depending on, I mean, you having a stop below, I think somewhere like 223. There's a potential to bottom. And it's also like maybe a harmonic too. It's like a butterfly, like a lot of the other ones. I don't know if it hit a 1272. It was really close. Yeah, the 786 close enough, and it didn't. It did not hit. That's probably looked at it. The actual pattern completion zone for a butterfly at minimum would have been 181. It never got there. And why did it never get there? Because if you look left, there's an actual real support that's being held. So that's good. But yeah, close. It was like a 120 retrace. So the wedge, is it even real? Probably, but and you're trying to break it. So but look, take out some of the noise, and you can see it's just doing that. Oh my god, dude! You hear this trumpet playing? No bearish divergence. No. Now, how can you call it bearish divergence when it's just begun to build its positive momentum? No, I don't think so. Not yet. Anyway. In the end, it's like a miniature inverse head and shoulders that developed. But it really wasn't. It was like, it was the M shape that hit the 886, but it was Ethereum, right? Ethereum. Look what, like, you know, it is the bullish bat broke out of the channel again and then back tested the channel supply line as a demand line, held, and it just popped. And it's really not, you can notice the underperformance of Ethereum to Bitcoin right now, where Bitcoin is making much higher highs than it saw this weekend, and Ethereum is just kind of literally at or lower than the prices it was at this weekend. That's interesting. So like a lot of money came into Bitcoin, more came into Bitcoin than Ethereum, really, if you compare their previous highs locally. So either way, though, still looks great, but still is not above critical resistance. You got to get back above 3K, man. And then you got to start breaking these previous local highs. Come on, dude. We got to start chipping away at previous highs. Bitcoin, 44K. You got to break those. But really cool to see the actual backtest be respected. It's only up 7.3%. Rising 3 methods on Bitcoin on the weekly? I don't know, look at it like that. Nah. No. Of course not. What if it's a weekly bullish shark pattern that hit its type 2 and is now bullishly engulfing? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with this idea and getting back above critical areas? Oh yeah, dude. If you close the week above this 39K area like that, man, that the bottom could be in, dude. The real one, the major bottom could be in, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah, like, I'm sorry if I'm gonna be a little cautious or a little freaked out about war and, you know, again, like nuclear, like weapons, you know, getting put on higher alert for Russia, and Putin's like allowing nukes to be in whatever, Belarus. I mean, all those things, you know, just kind of, and freaks the market out too. And futures like gapping down, Bitcoin gapping down on futures, all those things just not really great. So, but yeah, there was no technical damage done yesterday. It was just kind of like gross. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'll put the link in there. Sorry. The Discord link. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Sorry, something I forgot to do. Here it is. Here's the Discord link. Join it if you want to be notified when I go live at random times like this. Discord link posted. Oops. Yeah, you could be in really good shape if all holds up. And that's a big if though, right? Because what happens if, you know, something stupid happens and it's a geopolitical thing and things get volatile and scary. Just something comes out, like a news event comes out and it's terrible and it like screws with the markets. I mean, everything can just get wrecked. But like, dang, dude, you're just talking about the technicals and you leave out all the psycho weird stuff going on. Well, this is actually so promising. But to me, it's more like this was great and all, but man, GBTC was something else. It was something else, and it's not a lot of work to do, but I love how it's getting back above 28.55 right now. I do love that. And it was the support, the spring, the back test of the spring, man. Yeah. Look at this 3-day candle on, wow, the 3-day is something else too. On GBTC, look at a bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed on the 3-day in 2 hours and 53 minutes. And look at this. Wow, man. You want to talk about some class B bullish divergence? One low, the exact same low with lower levels, and look where you are. You haven't seen positive momentum since November 18th. And you're about, like, to the next candle, if you just make any, if you just hang out, probably doji candle, you will show positive momentum for the first time in many months. GBTC, wow. And look where the 200-day simple moving average is, 203-day simple moving average is right there. You're holding it. Hold the door, man. Looking solid here, right? GBTC. Yes, I did Chainlink. Kind of recently, like maybe in the past 20, 30 minutes. Not as hype as you would think, Chainlink. It's really just kind of, it's kind of your run-of-the-mill crap coin right now that doesn't look as good as others. Based on technicals, based on lows and highs and where you are, there are better assets than Chainlink. I'm sorry. For now, until something changes. No. It's not about like worry about nukes and stuff. It's like the price action you receive when it's just announced. Like no one, I'm not thinking nukes are gonna get launched, but I'm talking about the market reaction, market response. Is like really like emotional and stuff, and just whew. Yeah, it ended up turning out to be the case, Neo. Kind of, it looks like it in the end, maybe. All right, so futures, stock futures, starting to actually sell off some more. Yeah. Let's take a gander back over there. Wow, what a 3-day. What a 3-day piercing line coming on the NASDAQ. Wow. Look at that. All right, look at that. That piercing line, that massive bullish piercing line reversal will be confirmed in 5 hours, 35 minutes on the NASDAQ composite. That's a very bullish reversal candle. Piercing line, man. But you got to get follow through. You already had a piercing line reversal on the daily. And you got all that divergence. It's just below all support resistance. You got to get above 14,171, man. And that just hasn't happened yet. But you're thinking if this is... Thinking about wave structures, you could be looking at a premature like Dragon. Or you could get a major wave up. But we'll see, right? It's just... I mean, based on the way the oscillators look, I mean, a lot of times it's been like that. Got a lower low dragon? I don't think you get lower low dragons. No. Not on NASDAQ. Okay, so I guess we've like looked kind of all over the place, and Bitcoin's still holding up pretty strong, 41,261. I think we'll be seeing that $42,000 resistance soon. And I just, again, all you can do is look at the data in front of you, and based on the context, if 42 gets tested this time, I think we break it, and I think if we break 42K, we are gonna break 44K this time. Like, this is literally a signal, this is a bottom signal. I mean, how many times, I mean, if you remember the community for a long time, you get it. But if you're like newer and you're skeptical and stuff, like, you may not get it. But just stick around and just wait, because how many of these do we have to identify over all these years? And they play out on all these markets over and over and over again, and they just do the same thing. They just create the pattern. Then they type 1, then they type 2. And then on the type 2, there's some sort of edge, whether it's the same low or lower low with bullish classic divergence, or it's a higher low with hidden bullish divergence. And then you start catching some actual rallies, some actual bids, and a engulfing candle presents itself with, you know, an actual ferocity. 9% up, that's a strong candle if it sustains for the next 5 hours, 33 minutes. But these are the things you look for. This is like all the investment of your time and energy to be able to identify this stuff. This is where it is. Yesterday was bad, but there was no damage done. It did not make a lower low than its low from February 22nd. Everything was like okay if you could catch some bids, and you're catching the bids. And again, total is above critical areas for now, and could be working on a massive golden candle. If you close above this area, really, really good things could happen, man. For real. Okay, ZRX. We gotta look at ZRX because that was a request. I forgot. My bad. All right, Anonymous. Here you go, dude. This is ZRX. This is why I'm saying it's pretty good. All right, now you have like that divergence argument. You know, there it is. There's your bullish divergence on the daily, on the MACD histogram. Right, you made a low on price at the PCZ, the 113, and the inflection point, and then you made the same low with lower levels. Right, critical support, critical areas. It's just your zone of inflection. And yeah, I mean, like, again, I think there are better assets out there, because I think there are assets that are making higher low harmonics, like they're hitting 886s and type 2 returns on the 886s, and this one's making a lower low. This is a, you know, right? So it's just all about the whole, what do we know about higher lows and lower lows, right? I mean, like a higher low is like accumulation. Lower lows are like less smart participants own the asset. So I think like you're looking for the higher lows because those are the outperformers. And when market conditions get bullish again, the ones that are making the higher lows are going to outperform the ones making the lower lows. I should stop streaming so Bitcoin can pump again. Bitcoin has pumped on this stream. Bitcoin saw its session highs while I was live, so argument doesn't make much sense. And thanks for the 700 people still tuned in. I mean, I've been live for 2 hours.
Can we take a
so.
look at ARKK triple MACD and RSI bullish divergence on the daily, just tested pre-COVID highs as support?
Kathy Woods. Let's go take a gander at Kathy Woods right now. So, okay, just real quick for ZRX. If this played out, upside potential, your first target I think is going to probably be this wick high. That would make sense because to me it's like look at your price action between 44 cents and 95 cents. Straight down, straight up, 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 straight down. You get it? If you hold this level, your target's 95 cents and that's it. It's simple. It's very, very simple. Just look left and that tells you what you need to know about where this is probably going if it holds. Okay? 95 cent target anonymous. Thank you for the contribution, dude. Hope that helps. Okay, Kathy. Do we love Kathy again? We got to bounce. We kind of bounce off the 786 and the high from February of 2020, March 2020, just before the COVID crash. You did catch a nice bounce, but have you made a higher high yet? Nope. But yes, you're right. Triple MACD, bullish divergence, and RSI. Triple RSI, bullish divergence in the end, really. It was like the divergence, and then it continued. You made another lower low. Pathetic trash. But dang, man. All right, how much higher? Whoa. Continue to diverge with the MACD. So you got all that divergence, all that exhaustion. Add an area where it could bounce, and it did. But there's a lot more work to be done. I don't know if that's going to actually manifest into anything but another lower high, right? But it's up 3% today. Congratulations, ARK. Congrats. I would think that, like, based on the B point being a 50% retrace and then the lower high on C, the true pattern completion zone is the 886, not the 786. All right? So, I mean, I think this is cool and all. I love it. You're so right about the divergence, and it's already begun to start playing out. And it bounced at a pretty interesting area. One of them, right? But the stronger argument is the 886, because look at all the support here. Look at all the chop. So you line up all the support, and you understand the Fibonacci anchoring points, right? Percentage retraces, and we know that it's probably an 886. That's it for now. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Jeff M, man. Now, I get the joke, but I've also gone live, and it's also pumping when I go live. But you got to think about it. I stream like 7 days a week, right? So chances are you're going to catch me when Bitcoin's pumping, dumping, or doing nothing. So, man, we got to break 42K. Ethereum's got to break 3K. So you got a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done. But my God, if you can't say the bottom might be in, it's trying to. It's actually starting to look like, you know, Ethereum's like good, 786, type 2, but man, Bitcoin, it's all about the levels looking left, and you're about to break them, man. You're so close. And I think if you break 42K this time, it's over. The new wave is in. The new wave's coming. What is the new wave? You want me to show you? I can. We've plotted it before. I think if you're breaking 42K, this is coming, man. We got that going. We break this 42K. Now, no, of course, you want to break actually the B point, bad action magna move. To say that with confirmation, it's a terrible song, man. Yeah, you could be looking at this. All right. Well, it's been a good stream. I appreciate everyone coming out. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll try to be back today for the monthly candle close stream, or the monthly recovered sum. Thanks to today, where Bitcoin's up $3,440, 9%. I'm gonna try, Funky. I'm gonna try, man. You know how it is. Just maybe. Didn't get like greatest sleep. Got my cleaning lady coming over. So I don't know. We'll see. CRK, well, you gotta have a good understanding of the when to use the cipher tool and when to use the XABCD tool. You would not use the XABCD tool when you have a higher high on C ever, because the way the tools work is if I use the XABCD tool, no matter what I did, if I used that, it would anchor from the low to A. It would not anchor from the low to C. You're always using the cipher tool when there's a higher high on C, or if you're bearish, a lower low on C. That's when you use it. You have to use it appropriately. How do you know that? Look, if it says the 886 here, and then I use traditional Fibonacci tool from the low to the high anchoring, it's literally the same thing. It is actually perfect. An 886 here, 886 here. But if I used the XABCD tool on a higher high on C, watch the problem. 80%. That's wrong. That's literally wrong. That is not right. It's using a point from X to A to anchor for an 80% retrace. That's wrong. You anchor from the lowest point to the highest point of the structure. Get what I'm saying? So, no. It's okay. I mean, shoot, I didn't know for the longest time. And really, it wasn't that big a deal. But with the discrepancy between A and C like this, it's really important on something like this. Crazy important. But in the end, if you're in doubt ever, just get out your fib anchoring and just do traditional technical analysis. You don't even need the XABCD or cipher tools. You can do it in your head, right? Low to high, from X to A, right? 55.5% retrace. There it is. Didn't quite do the 618, but at 55, okay. And then you can do from X to A, from X to C, you get the 886. Right, and you can do it for all of them, man, whatever. So, Zachary, I think we already did like some, I did that like already kind of more like maybe a couple weeks ago and we got it clipped, but it's all good. So just pray this sustains for another 5 hours, 23 minutes. We just need a daily bullish engulfing candle. We need a 3-day. We got 1 day, 6 hours, so it's fine. But you did on your last 3-day candle, exceptional 3-day. Look how strong and beautiful this looks on the 3 days. Fantastical. So nice. What we thought could have been good yesterday was scary because of war and insane macro events. Business is back, right? We're back in the idea of, hey, we could be majorly bottoming. All right. Still some more work to be done. So just pray for Bitcoin, pray for Ukrainians. Seriously, thoughts and prayers for them fighting for their lives while Bitcoin fights to break resistance. So thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks for Dehorda. He's in his spaceship right now, flying back to the States. Thanks for the $2,329 worth of Ethereum. I'll be back. Until next time. Respect. T. A.